Hammurabi's Code, the laws that shaped civilization. Thousands of years ago, long before modern courts, legal systems, or even the concept of justice as we know it today, there was Hammurabi's Code, a monumental set of laws that laid the foundation for governance, society, and justice in the ancient world. Etched into a towering stone stele, this code stands as a testament to one of humanity's earliest attempts to govern society with laws that aim to bring order, fairness, and, perhaps most importantly, accountability. The rise of a lawgiver. The story begins around 1792 BCE in the flourishing kingdom of Babylon. Hammurabi, the sixth king of the first Babylonian dynasty, ascended to power during a period of unrest and conflict. Hammurabi wasn't just any king. He was a visionary who sought to unify Mesopotamia and secure the prosperity of his kingdom. But he knew that unification required more than military might. It required a system of laws that everyone, regardless of their station in life, could follow. The answer? A code of laws that would not only solidify Hammurabi's authority, but also establish a clear, structured set of rules by which his subjects were to live. This wasn't merely a collection of arbitrary edicts. It was a comprehensive legal system that covered everything from commerce to family matters and from property disputes to criminal acts. The code itself, justice in stone. The Code of Hammurabi is often cited as one of the oldest and most comprehensive legal documents in history. Carved into an 8-foot-tall black basalt stele, the code contains 282 laws written in Akkadian cuneiform script covering nearly every aspect of daily life in ancient Babylon. The laws were publicly displayed so that everyone could read, or have someone read to them, the rules they were expected to live by. What makes the code particularly remarkable is its attention to fairness, or at least fairness by the standards of its time. One of the most famous laws, still quoted to this day, is the principle of an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, known as lex talionis. This concept of proportionate retribution, while harsh by modern standards, was revolutionary in that it placed limits on punishment. In a time where revenge killings and endless feuds were common, Hammurabi's code sought to temper such violence by making punishments fit the crimes. The laws also covered a wide range of topics, including commerce, rules governing trade, debt, interest rates, and contracts, helping to standardize economic practices. Family, laws dealing with marriage, divorce, inheritance, and parental responsibilities. Property, guidelines for property ownership, boundary disputes, and theft. Labor, rules for employment and wages, with protections for both employers and workers. Criminal justice, a variety of punishments for crimes, from theft to assault to murder, often with harsh penalties like death or mutilation. But there was more to Hammurabi's vision than just punishment. The code also reflected the hierarchies and class structures of Babylonian society. Different classes, free men, commoners, and slaves, were treated differently under the law. Punishments for harming someone of a lower social status were often less severe than harming someone of higher status, revealing the societal norms of ancient Mesopotamia. The legacy of the lawgiver. Hammurabi's code was more than just a set of laws. It was a declaration of the king's role as the shepherd of his people, a role ordained by the gods. At the very top of the stele is a carving of Hammurabi receiving the laws directly from Shamash, the Babylonian sun god and god of justice, signifying that the laws were not merely the creation of a mortal king, but divinely sanctioned. The Code of Hammurabi didn't just fade into history with the fall of Babylon. Its impact was long-lasting, influencing subsequent legal codes in the ancient Near East and even the development of legal principles in ancient Rome. It became a template for governance in the ancient world and helped shape the very idea of law and order. Concepts like the presumption of innocence and the right to present evidence in one's defense, cornerstones of modern legal systems, can trace their origins back to Hammurabi's Code, a modern rediscovery. For centuries, the Code of Hammurabi was lost to history, its stele buried beneath the sands of time. It wasn't until 1901 that French archaeologists uncovered the stone in Susa, modern-day Iran, where it had been taken as a spoil of war in ancient times. The discovery sent shockwaves through the world of archaeology and law. For the first time in millennia, people could read the laws that once governed one of the most powerful empires of the ancient world. The stone is now displayed in the Louvre Museum in Paris, where millions come to see the artifact that helped birth the concept of the rule of law. A viral legacy of justice. In today's world, Hammurabi's code stands as a viral symbol of early justice. Much like the spread of an open-source project or a viral post, the code transcends its original time and place, influencing cultures and legal systems thousands of years after its creation. The idea that laws should be written down, made public, and applied universally was a revolutionary concept that continues to resonate in modern legal frameworks. What's perhaps most remarkable is that we still talk about Hammurabi's code today. From textbooks to courtrooms, the principles laid out by this ancient king have permeated legal thought, shaping our understanding of fairness, justice, and responsibility. Just like a breakthrough discovery in the digital age that reshapes our approach to technology, Hammurabi's code reshaped how humanity approached governance and societal order.